Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody's doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your impact. And if you feel like, the videos are a good uplift to you that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath who may be going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And I'm still using the same meditation music. It's like clear negative energy from yourself as well as your home. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. When all surrounds feels like defeat, this happens when you're about to embrace the unknown. Miracles of the unknown is taking place in your life. You have to understand. It's like, I know I was typing out the description on my last video, and I was getting some more thumbnails for my videos. And it was just like so many things was going in my head. You know, how we're seeing a lot of different things that's taking place in the world where it's a constant distraction. And I don't feel like, I'm trying to use that as lightly as I can, because I know a lot of things that's going on in this world can really put you in a mood. You're getting frustrated, you're getting aggravated because there's so much diversity that's going on in the world, race, hate, wars, all these different things. And it's not a distraction, but it's just sad when, we have been dealing with this for years, years and years and years. And we're trying to come to a cease and desist. That it can't continue. It cannot keep going on like that. And you have to understand, I know I was watching, I forgot what it was, one of them TikTok compilations where it's like things that you wish you didn't know. And it was I can't remember which one it was, but the guy was showing a picture of Lucifer, and he was like this angel, and he was like holding his hand like this, and you only can see one of his eyes. And then he was just like, somebody took a picture of the moon, and it had the same exact picture within the clouds at night, and it looked like, the devil was, looking at us in the same type picture. And I'm just like, man, that's crazy. That's like the one where you see the Trade Center and you see the devil, his face is in that building and stuff like that. When I say the devil is not going to win. You're going through a lot of different things where it constantly makes you feel you're going through a defeat. A lot of times when you're dealing with different situations as well as people, is that this situation is going to overpower you. These enemies that are plotting against you and, coming in large numbers is going to overcome. No, it's just like anything that is being placed in your life is going to be a beautiful gift of blessings, abundance. Anything that is going to just make your heart soar, mouth drop, because you're just not going to believe what God is about to give you. Devil got to put constant, because he don't want you to think about that. He wants you to think about the stuff that's out of your control. He wants to occupy you. You got people placed in your life that wants to constantly, keep harping on you like they don't have nothing to do. Like you are their prime focus on, okay, let me see how I can irritate this person. Let me see how I can make them mad, how I can aggravate them. They are a they're a poster child of distractions that you are going through. And it's just like, it's always, things always have to have a balance to it. When you're about to receive the abundance of a lifetime that's coming into your life, because this is like a once in a lifetime thing, the devil will unleash havoc on everyone where it knows where you're lying, where your diversity is going through. There's a lot of people that want to be on, the kissing the feet of the devil, but there's a lot of people that are these foot soldiers, that is here on earth, our earth angels, light workers. All of us are in different numbers and levels and stuff like that, and we're all coming together. And a lot of those situations, as soon as I said that, man, I got chills. Some of my head itches. And it's just a lot of people that are starting to subscribe to the channel and saying, Roslynn, I'm just finding my tribe. It makes you feel good. You're understanding there's more people in strength and numbers that can truly relate to the things that you deal with on an everyday basis. You're being guided towards a certain purpose in your mission that connects highly with your gift. A lot of your harshness or hellish situations you're placed in reminds you of your strength. Everything that you are battling, you're not battling these alone, but it reminds you of what you truly came here for. When you have faced the rough of the rough, when certain things come at you, it's like throwing a grape at you, like that's going to be what it is. And it's like a lot of times we really try to understand, do I have that confidence within myself to know all the things that I'm facing, I will overcome those. These things are just simulations of illusions that had to be faced for me to be able to understand. It's kind of like, reminds me of the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson. I love that movie. It's just like when you're pushing all those different things out, and it's like, you're using more of your brain percentages. I think what it is, you use more of your right and less of your left. But it's like with everything that's going on, it's a lot of us have these headaches. Sometimes we feel discombobulated because there's a lot more. You're starting to use more and more of both sides. And we're going through these situations. You start noticing that the more you clear out, the heavier your uploads and your your uploads, upgrades, and downloads come in a lot more frequently. You start seeing how people are shifting. You start seeing different auras and stuff like that. When you start facing those things and you're allowing yourself to, deplete whatever is just, that is occupied your mind, that is not forgiving for you, or it just lowers your frequency. You start noticing a lot of things. You're empowering yourself. You start seeing a lot more things that you weren't able to see before because you're unveiling that amnesia. We're all gods. We're all of God's, creatures. Anything that represents him, we are here on earth with that. And then you're going through these different things in your life because it wants to distract you. They know you're going to win, but they want to make sure how long can we play them for a fool. So they'll end up, messing up their own self because they know this is a once in a lifetime thing. And it's just like people are playing hard on that. They're playing heavy on that because it just seems like you can't breathe without somebody, somebody or something coming into your life that's really just like, hey, I'm trying my best not to, snap. I'm trying my best to stay calm. I'm trying my best to stay positive through the whole negative situation. But there's more heaviness and more heaviness. It feels like I got defeat around every corner. When I'm being guided towards different things and I'm trying to make sense of it, it just seems like, something I just don't understand. And it's like it has to be that way at times, even though it's like, Dad, why does it have to be that way? A lot of times, you have to go through situations just for you to be able to change the way you look at everything, how you go about it, how you see yourself, how do you describe the world, how do you describe others, a lot of times, it's just like so many different things that's going around. And that's why it's just like, after I started seeing a lot of these things on the social media, like I tell y'all real quick, I don't stay on there unless it's like me sharing my videos or, I go there in case I know there's like a major shift and I'm really trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And I'll see like a Schumann Renaissance, because a lot of that's playing heavy right now. That Renaissance frequency have you irritated, make you want to stay more isolated. Even when people place judgment on things that you really didn't become bothered before, all of a sudden you come and bothered now. That mess is heightened. You're allowing yourself, you're forcing yourself to say, what is it that I need to see in this situation? Because I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm tired of dealing with certain people. I'm ready to allow myself to cut those cords off. You're starting to honor yourself a lot more, and it's just, it becomes to me, when I allow myself to see it, certain things, especially when it comes to, you know, certain things that is really, you know, been that Achilles for me, is becoming that strength for me to be able to be determined. If somebody wants to use something, or a situation tries to use something towards you that you really love, you really cherish, it will use it against you real quick, just to see how much are you going to fold, or you going to allow yourself to keep stepping. Because, you know, a lot of things when especially when it comes to family or your children, or somebody that you really felt that you were supposed to be with, even when it comes to your twin flames, y'all do that brief introduction, and then you have to split off again. It's like, okay, now you know your counterpart, you know, and like, boop, gotta go. You know, y'all don't haul ass. One became the chaser, one is the runner. But then it's like y'all are all going through your elements of being able to face the truth in some kind of way, even through separation of you longing to be with that person. Whatever they're healing with, you're doing the same. You know, they think about you 24/7. It's like the more they go through those things, they're like, oh, I wish we can be doing these together. You know, if you were together, we wouldn't go through this, and y'all are fixing yourselves so you can be able to come together. So don't want to be any outside distraction, or any, you know, insecure, or whatever things that may have, you know, kept y'all apart in the first place. There'll be all that stuff will be done. So you're going through all these different things. You know, even through your twin flame, your counterparts are helping you through that, through the frequencies they're sending to you, because they know those situations are not easy, and they know it can really tear you apart. So they're sending that strength of love, even when they're facing their own battles as well. So you can be able to come back together on those, on a strength of alignment. You know, all these different things are taking place where, you know, you're able to really see things, you know, and it's just up to you for you to be able to see it. You have to, for things to come out in clarity for you, you have to allow yourself to stop, you know, disconnect on what is not relevant to you. You know, is like, if I allow myself to put on this vibration, is it going to be an investment, or is it going to further me away from what my purpose is? Is going to further away from me, you know, pull me away from what I truly deserve and need in my life, other than the things that are changing. Because it's like right now, things are feeling uncomfortable because you're getting pushed out of your comfort zone. You're having to face a lot of things you weren't able to face before, or a lot of things just coming out of the blue, and they always been there. You just weren't able to see it before because you were playing that game within that narrative that was taking place in your life. You know, you weren't able to see it before, even though you knew it was there, and you knew, you know, a lot of times when we're stuck in situations, it's like we know it's there, but we want to make excuses for it. You know, for it to be there. Maybe, you know, if I put some more love into this and attention and be kind, even though I'm not getting that back, you know, something I'm doing will make that change. Yes, you are correct, but it's not, you know, not the way you think it is. If these things keep taking place, it's giving you that moment to say, you know what, this is not going to defeat me. This is going to help me overcome the things of me feeling, you know, if I defeat it, it's because I allowed that to happen, you know. And a lot of times, just like, Roslynn, what are you saying? You know, I'm trying to allow myself to do that. Yes, but you have to understand, never underestimate your opponents. People know what your weaknesses are. They study you very well, especially when they feel like they want to make you defeated. Devil knows what your weaknesses are, and they will chime into your enemies and allow them to know what your weaknesses are, so they can use that against you. And, you know, all these different things. But it's just like, you know, no matter how much the enemy says it, how much the devil says it, you're always going to come out on top. You're connected with God. You're connected with, you know, the collective of you know, of something very powerful. It's like words I can't even allow myself to. It's a conundrum. You know, it's an enigma. It's non-destructive, but you have to be able to allow yourself to see that too. You know, if you know, it's just like, I don't know if I can keep dealing with this. I've been there, because it's like, you know, if you're going through, it'll be okay blessing if you're just going with one hard situation. You know, it may be hard, but at least, you know, it's a focus on one thing. But when you're dealing with like 8 different things or 5 different things at one time, and, you know, there's one that overpowers another one and another and another, and you're really trying to go there, that is really making you a Billy Badass. You know, God must, you know, you see those posters like, God I always say, God don't put nothing on you you can't handle. He must be thinking I'm the baddest out there going. He must do. He wants you to be able to see what he sees. And that's the reason why you have your guides with you a lot. If there's somebody who has passed that you is truly reminded, they've been with you heavy, especially if you go outside and you start seeing all these spirit totems. I don't know who it is that is going to be watching this video, but they have a heaviness on daggone fairies. I don't know what it is about some fairies, but it's like that confirmation is coming to them about that fairy. It's like, I guess it's just somebody does this thing about, people all got their own hobbies, and this person either likes the stickers of them or pictures of them, whether it's a screensaver on their computer, on their cell phone, or even they like to draw those because there are certain fairies that they feel like is protecting them, or certain ones give us the information. So whoever that is, whatever that main one for you is, it is that one's that confirmation for you, if that's what you were looking for. I don't know who it is, because right before I started doing this video, I started seeing a whole lot of fairies in my third eye, and I was like, okay, who does fairies? I don't do fairies. That's back in the day when I started, when I was back in school, when we thought it was cool just to have different color paper other than white. I used to have pink and purple, and it always had a little fairy things on it. I forgot what those those little cute folders were with the puppies and, all that junk. I was back in the 90s, 80s, baby, born in 77. But it is, whoever this is has a thing about fairies, like got them all over the place. But, you're always going through your terms of, I don't know what it is. I know I probably know the word for it, but forgot. But it's like the more you clear, it starts feeling like deja vu to you. This has already been done. It's already been said. Because even though you may be pissed off about something, or that the anger is kind of like heavy on your mind, something in the pits of you is telling you, you're going to overcome this, right? You already know how it's going to fall out. Certain things. You getting that burst of excitement within your frequency is telling you all is going to be okay. It's going to be better than okay. But even though you may be feeling like, people are praying for your defeat. That's why I tell people, don't put nothing out there unless it's like something that's about to come out in light. Like, as soon as you say it's about to come out in light, do that. Stop telling people what your plans are. Stop telling people the ideas you want to put out, because they prey on that. When they don't want good things happening for you, they pray. But they can't stop what they can't see. Even when you felt like something you don't know. So nobody can pray on that. People got too much time on their hands, and it ain't about their life on healing. It's about making sure you don't get what you get. That's why you're going through these daggone defeats all the time, and you're having to face those things, because there's a lot of us are going through some heaviness. It's like there's a lot of times it's like when I get different comments on here, I can feel the burdens that y'all have. I'm right there with you. That's why I love being able to be authentic in my videos and sharing my experience, being very transparent, because we all go through this. I love when I can go on somebody's videos and they're very positive, and it's just like you would never think they have a bad day, and I can admire that. That's their thing. But this is mine, being able to push out a positive. But when I'm feeling my lowest, and a lot of times I feel good after I do a video, and I just, if I feel a certain type of way where I know that frequency can project on somebody and damn their lives worse than it already is, I just don't, it ain't nothing against you or anything like that. I just have to block you from that moment, because I'm like, you already dealing with a lot of stuff right now. You don't need my advice, because I'm going through it right along with you and stuff. I'm going through my own stuff. And those are the things that, I feel like people can respect for me about, is that I don't try to pull shields over like everything is fine. I ain't no perfect positive Patty. I don't do all that. There's a lot of times where days I be giving God and universe the side eye, knowing if I give him the middle finger, it's going to be something serious. But then I had to allow myself to say, okay, this was for the betterment of you. You may not like what you're going through. You may be short-tempered about that. God knows all those things about me. So he tends to put me in situations that can flip that script on that. You got impatience. Now I'm going to put you in a situation where you have no choice but to be patient. Yes, you want these things done and you want them yesterday, but I'm going to make you wait, because you ain't going to have no choice but to do what I tell you to do. I'm like, you better be looking who you are, baby. I be want to get mad. And it was just like, hey, he all right. He where he need to be. You trying to get there. And you go through those different things. And it, like I said, it feels good for me to be able to make videos like this, because I know where you're at. I really know where you're at. I may not understand I may not know verbatim, your situation, from point A to point B to point C, but I know that heaviness that you're really trying to shake off because you want to be in that moment of peace. You want to be in that moment of clarity. And that clarity is there, but a lot of times we stay focused on what the hell we're going through and not being able to say, this situation about to make me so much bigger and better than I ever realized. I'm acting like my boo-boo smell like roses. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing, and it wants you really to do that. But they don't want you to feel like that one day, and then as soon as something else pop off, the next day you right back where you were. And a lot of times they try to test your strength like that because they'll make sure everything copacetic for a few days. Next thing you know, that mess come up like a roach. You didn't even expect it coming. It just came flying at you. And now these daggone roaches, they fly. And that's, Jesus, I'll be having a whole head fit. But that's what you tend to go through. And you're being tested for that. But you have to understand when you're feeling with moments defeat because it's about to embrace you with something you never seen coming. Because you may want something, but like I say, a lot. And I know if you've been with me for a while, because a lot of times the things you want in your life don't feel like God. Feel like, no, that's too petty. That is like you just sit up here, it's like, oh, can I just have like $500 so I can get this stuff done? When God about to bless you, like, that's all you want? Man, gone somewhere. Let me go ahead and bless you with this and see how you doing. Because they really feel like you deserve better in your life. But it comes to that point where they got to understand, they want they want this for you. And you say you want it, but you can say you want it, but not carry that same energy of what you want. Because you can say, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. But that action and what you're placing behind those words is not matching what you just projected. And that's why they put us in those situations. You want to say you're strong, I'm going to put you in situations where that strength becomes stronger than your strong. Like your strong is strong. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It is some Jolly Green Giant on top of the Hulk type situation. Transformers, stuff like that. And you're that person where your lineages of strength is being empowered by those situations to try to make you feel like you're defeated. Those situations are placed there. Those Easter eggs are there. Are you going to allow this to? Are you investing in this low frequency? Or are you going to appreciate that little signal of a notification that is there, and you're allowing yourself to say, okay, this was a test? Because there's a lot of times you get put in situations, and I love it when I see that. But a lot of times, I guess when I'm going through so much stuff at one time, I'm like, God, if you don't quit, like, leave me alone. I'm not in the mood for this today. You go through those different things and it'll pop off, and then there'll be like times that'll happen and you already smelling the roses. You already know what time it is. Like, oh, you came here with that test of distraction. I got you, but I'm good. I ain't about to bring that, I ain't going to bring that frequency my way. I ain't even about to blow no smoke on that. I'm going to allow you to do that and your illusion of lies right over there. And you don't know. And then it's just like, God, like, see, you don't went through these things so much. You already know when I'm about to test you with the test. You become that test of your own test, and you have to be able to do that. And there's just so many different things you're going through. And a lot of times you may feel like you're never going through that, but that's that truth. You're trying to make that reality your truth. And that's not your reality. That's an illusion. And you making it your reality. Just like, yeah, I may be going through this, but it ain't going to be like this forever. Or you may be broke right now. Don't even say, oh, I just don't have the money for that yet. Don't mean my pocket's going to be staying like that. You have to be able to watch how you present stuff to the world. Watch how you talk about yourself. The things that you want to see happen into your life. Be able to make sure your words match the energy that you want in your life. And that's what they want you to do. A lot of times they see so much good and strength in us, and they want us to be able to see that as well. They want you to be able to see what they see with you. And I have to be telling myself that too. Like, girl, look how much you done went through. Nowadays you don't even worry about what people know. You be honest about the stuff that you have gone through, the things that, was kind of downright shameful to you. And then you allow people to know that and don't even care because it made you a better person. Everybody got dirt. Everybody undid some things that they don't want people to know about. But when you allowing yourself to be solid and what those burdens has transformed you into the best that you can be, you allow people to know that. I'm like, girl, yeah, I used to write bad checks. I used to pray to the Lord, checkmate 101, whatever that mess was. Let me let this go through so I can go ahead and make sure my kids got groceries. Or let me make sure I got, enough formula. I was going to put right in a balance check knowing that money ain't going to be here, and just read that check off or whatever. My Lord, let me get this. My baby needs some diapers and wet wipes and formula and get through there. Yes, I've gone through moments like that. I used to shoplift like hell to make sure my kids had food on the table or, got something for their birthday. Or, I took one bill off, and then placed the money on something else. I've been through moments like that. We have all gone through that. When you can allow somebody to know your life don't have to stay that way. Yes, it may have been that way for a while. And, it's like all of us have those different situations where we felt like my life didn't have to be this way, but also being able to take accountability for the actions you had. I can sit up here all day and point the finger at everybody else, but I'd be damn, I'm not going to allow myself to be seen as a victim, and I'm not going to project myself and see my own self as a victim. Yes, I went through a lot of things. Yes, people don't put me through situations, but a lot of my decisions and actions behind those decisions got me in my situations too. I'm going to hold accountability for my thoughts of what I chose to do, but I'll be damn, I'm not taking care of everybody else's stuff. Certain people want to be able to make, when it comes to my situation, seeing like they're a victim or they didn't do anything wrong. I'm at that point right now. I'm not about to sit up here and be pointing no fingers, because it gets to that point you don't got too comfortable stirring that own shit pot and you sit up here about to lick that spoon. Excuse me for being blunt, TMI, but hey, allow them to expose themselves. That's what you have to be able to do. But allow yourself to stay focused. Like, what? My life ain't about to be like this no more. God and universe about to open up so much stuff in my life. It's going to probably shock the hell out of me. But then it's just like they know my cry. They see my wants. They see my needs. They heard my prayers. They see the things that took place in my life that was downright dirty. They don't see the things that people have done when I didn't deserve it. But then it's just like these situations done brought me through a lot of things, because there's a lot of people that probably don't went through your situation. They ain't here anymore to be able to tell that story. But you are representing that person that's no longer here. If you're going through a burden of going through a toxic, situation, or you going through something where it's very domestic and, the DV, you're going through that and you are able to push through for that. You are that advocate. You are that ambassador to be able to show people life don't always got to stay that way. They picked you for a reason, but know what you may be facing, you will always overcome. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Y'all, this is going to be my last one today, because I got to go ahead and stock myself up, because I got some stuff going on for myself later. So I will see y'all on the next flip side. If maybe I'll make some videos tomorrow, maybe I won't, but you'll just see tomorrow. So much love to y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Starseed Limit. Stars the Limit 2013 Raising Sun. Lisa Johnston is already done. Thomas, what's up, sis? Tina Elliott and Julia Day and CYB. Much love to you as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. If you want to go ahead and share this with a video that you may think somebody might be able to hear it and heal from it, please do. I appreciate the support. And if anytime you have to get in connection with me or want to be able to chit chat with me, I always leave my contact information in the description box below. And I will see y'all in my next video. I hope whatever you're trying to manifest into your life becomes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, and comes back sooner than you ever expected. And I will see y'all in my next video. Much love. Peace.